Rise of Champions number 7 brings you more action, this time in the lightweight division. Now set to make his way down to the cage, presenting Ahmad Ashaal.
Ahmad Ashaal makes his way to the cage, representing LDG. Professional record, 1 win, 1 loss, but his win, Brian, was a first-round KO by way of ground and pound.
Yeah, 2 minutes 57 seconds to finish his first pro fight back in May of 2018, and that's going to give him great confidence, and he looks the part as well. This is a tall, lean lightweight, and all the physical attributes you look for in an athlete in this weight class, and that's sometimes half the battle, isn't it? Finding your right weight class. You talk about people jumping up from 135 to 145 or cutting the extra pounds to get an advantage at 125. This looks like a natural lightweight.
Yeah, he's huge for lightweight as well. He actually fought my teammate Billy Cornell, who was his last fight, and Billy Cornell got the win, and I just remember looking at him thinking, that is a big lightweight.
And now, welcome his opponent on his way down to the cage, Sam Patterson.
Sam Patterson representing Team Crossface. 4 professional bouts with only 1 loss. 2 of those he's won by way of KO and sub. But also, Brian, a very good amateur record. 5 straight wins with 3 stoppages. So real pedigree here from Patterson.
Real pedigree, and somebody who recognises that the era of MMA he's in right now is you don't start in a single discipline. He is an MMA fighter. So when he's talking about, are you a jiu-jitsu player, are you a wrestler, are you a boxer, he trains them all, and he's trained them all from a start. And that's the difference we're seeing in the last few years of MMA, and what's going to make the difference in the next 10, 15, 20 years.
And we talk of pioneers again. There's another one I had the pleasure to commentate on a number of years ago now. Dave Lee in his corner there.
Dave Lee, you look at just people like that are now getting gyms and growing their next era. Brad Pickett is one of those. And to have somebody like that in your corner, I mean, how important has that been for you as a fighter?
It's very reassuring. Obviously, you can only kind of be as good as your coaches and your teammates sometimes, and when you've got a great coach behind you, you know, it really can spur you on.
Sam Patterson in the cage, we're ready to go.
Officialwatches.com sponsors Rise of Champions on UFC Fight Pass. Now, 3 5-minute rounds of action in the lightweight division. We introduce first the blue corner, standing 6 feet 2 inches tall and weighed in at 155.5 pounds. As a professional, 1 career victory against 1 defeat, representing Lion's Den Fighting out of London, England, presenting Ahmad Ashaal. And across the cage in the red corner, standing 6 feet 3 inches tall and weighed in at 155 pounds even. As a professional, he stands 3 victories against a single defeat, representing Team Crossface Fighting out of Watford, England, presenting Sam the Future Patterson. When the action begins, your referee in charge, Mr. Daniel Mulvahedi.
So if we look at the tail of the tape, twice the professional record, Sam Patterson, of his opponent, and actually an inch taller, 6'3" and 6'2", these men. 22, the younger Sam Patterson, 4 years older is Ahmad. But on paper, guys, this could be a really exciting bout.
Definitely 2 really tall guys here at lightweight.
Oh, guys, and Sam Patterson says an interesting fact is he likes cake and chocolate. It's not the body of a man who enjoys a lot of cake and chocolate from my side.
That upsets me greatly, Brian, because you know my thoughts on cake and chocolate.
I know, I've seen you enjoy many a pastry, mate.
Never met a cake I didn't like, Nathaniel.
Can join you on that one.
Good exchanges to start this off. Ahmed up against the cage, pressuring Patterson.
Serious head pressure there as well. Little foot stamp from Patterson. And what do you learn, Nathaniel, when you're in this position, when you're locked maybe with a body lock or underhooks against the cage of the opponent? What do you learn about your opponent in these positions?
Well, you'd be surprised that this is probably one of the most tiring positions that you can get in a fight. And obviously, if your opponent here, if either one of them weakens, you know, the other guy can get the takedown. And, you know, as I said, it doesn't look like much is happening right now, but, you know, I can guarantee their muscles are definitely burning.
Sam Patterson dropped there for the guillotine. Might regret that decision, but looking to work back to it.
I'm going to say it's always risky jumping for a guillotine. If you don't get it, you end up on the bottom.
He's still working for it. He's still got the one arm there, and he hasn't given up on that yet.
Now switching grips, looking. Look like he's looking for to get that arm out to tighten up that, but Ahmed's still keeping that pressure going.
But he's looking for that single. Now he's got possibly the double. No, still going for that single leg there, Brian.
And what are the little battles that are going on in here? We talk about head position, but there's grips, the underhook there as well. What are the key factors? What's point A that you need to get to in this when you're battling up against the cage?
Well, that's it. Obviously, both guys are going to be looking for them underhooks, you know, and obviously if he can get a whizzer, that kind of stops him from working to his back. But as I said earlier, you know, their muscles are definitely going to be fatiguing in these positions, and, you know, let's hope that both guys are conditioned for this, because if you come away from this in the striking battle and your arms are burning, you know, it can definitely affect the fight.
And can you feel it, Nathaniel, if your opponent is weakening? Do you get that feeling when you're grappling with him against the cage like that?
Definitely. As soon as they ease back just a fraction, you can feel that, and that can be the very moment you get a takedown.
Nice body lock now from Patterson, looking to pull him away. A couple of times he's gone for that little leg reap. There he goes again. Nicely done. That's beautiful technique. Just patiently waited, because there's timing in striking, but there's also timing in grappling. And he set that perfectly, but good reversal, although he might end up in a power guillotine here.
Sam has gone for that
No, he's
guillotine, and it's
tapped.
over, yes.
Wow.
I think Sam had definitely seen his last fight, because Ahmed lost his last fight by a guillotine as well. So, you know, I definitely can imagine that that's been in the game plan.
Great work though. The trip off the cage was beautiful. Got the body lock, which they were battling for as we were talking about the underhooks and the different grips and head position, and then just bided this time. A couple of times he went to reap that leg away, but Ahmed was aware of it. The third or fourth time he actually got it, and I thought Ahmed had reversed him, but it actually looks like it was a little trap from Patterson there to set up that power guillotine, that modified guillotine, and one of the most famous ones, obviously John Jones against gone out of my head. There we go, mate. That's why you're here, mate. That's why you're in the big bucks.
If we look at the replays, Brian, one of the things that impressed you was the consciousness about what Sam Patterson was doing. You said about that patience, that feeling out.
Yeah, the initial start there, I actually thought that was a bad decision, but luckily he was able to get back to his feet off of that. But once he got it to the ground, and it was how he got it to the ground that really impressed me, using that body lock, but setting up the trip, and actually made it look easy to get to the ground, and then rolled him into the modified guillotine, which was beautifully finished.
Our referee called the stoppage soon as about 2 minutes 59 seconds into the first round. Declaring your winner by submission with a guillotine choke, Sam the Future Patterson.